The reason for making the DVD is to show people that the behaviours of someone with autism can change day by day. So you have to see somebody on several occasions to get a good understanding of their true situation. All these behaviours you're about to see are a communication that don't come from nowhere. They are Joshua's response to a feeling he's experiencing but can't communicate.
Being Josh's PA, it's very important that we give Josh the stuff he needs and he can't necessarily ask for at that time, for example food, water or pain relief. It's also very important that we check into Josh's diary to see recently whether he's had a lot of pain or sensory issues and give him medication to catch it before it gets too much for him.
We use a lot of intensive interaction as a tool of communication. This is a technique which was taught to us by the founder of the intensive interaction movement, Mrs. Phoebe Caldwell. It's basically a technique which requires us to mirror the various bodily patterns and routines that Josh may be acting out, and although it may feel a little bit strange to begin with, or in public it may feel a little embarrassing if one is to wonder what bystanders are making of it, but it's an excellent tool, it's an excellent message to Josh of inclusion, of acceptance.
When I started working for Josh, there was things that Josh would do in public that you felt you could feel embarrassed or awkward, or you would say, "Come on, Josh, let's move on really quickly." Over time, though, you get used to it, and you realise that no, Josh is Josh. You know, you can't change him. You're not going to do anything to move him on. It's best to just let him do what he wants to do. So there's a clip of Josh where he's on the ground. We were in a very public place, and Josh decided to sit on the floor. Now, you see many other people would, pick up Josh and say, "Come on, let's move." Whereas, we've learned from experience to let him, if he feels safer being on the ground, then let him stay on the ground. There's no need to, control or to, move him on. It's best to let him do what he has to do.
When we take Josh out, it's important that he always has two PAs with him, even when he seems chilled and relaxed, because sometimes things can escalate under the surface and we only find out about them later. So in one of the videos, Josh is walking along and he seems fine, but then you notice from his body language he starts to become slightly agitated, which can often be an indicator that he has some pain.
Appearances can be very, very deceiving. He can look like he's completely not wanting to do something. He looks like he just wants to go home, he's had enough. It's amazing with one of the clips that he goes bowling, he picks up the ball, he puts it on top of the rail so that he can go down, and he's not even looking. He just turns around and walks away. But knowing Josh for as long as I have done, known Josh for about 11 years now, and he does always enjoy these things because he tells us that he does.
One of the first things you learn is how to work as a team. You have to work as a pair because Josh always needs two people with him when he goes out.
Keep going, Jay.